and usually forget that you're doing it.
Shut up.
And then it's just your normal voice.
Stop shaming me.
Stop voice shaming.
That's gonna suck.
Still way better than mine. I have one voice that occasionally does accents,
Huh.
and that's it.
I'm going to be completely honest. I think my voices are less than stellar, but they get the job done.
Really, as long as I can tell that you are speaking in character, then that's all you need, really.
Just ham up your normal voice so it's out of character.
Ah!
This shall be how my normal speaking voice is.
No,
This is my normal speaking voice.
no.
Yes. Yes.
So anyway... Shh.
Hey, Corey, can I be Stitch in your game?
Blink, blink, blink.
No,
I have no idea what class it would be, but hey.
probably
Barbarian.
All right.
Goblin
so,
Barbarian.
Monk,
Are we-
hybrid too.
Are we
All right.
answering the call or what here?
Yes, stream has started.
Oh, God!
Oh no.
Terrible idea.
Why didn't you warn me?
I
Gonna
did.
yell penis or something.
Wait, when did you warn me? Was it before or after you warned me the last time? Okay.
Anyway.
I'm done.
Everyone in game.
Yes, I am
Yes.
currently staring at
Everyone in
Cthulhu.
game. All right. Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
Yay!
I've
We
already-
did already.
I believe I've already run you guys down on as far as what to expect from this game, insta kills, and mostly roleplay, and yada yada yada.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. All right. Then, in that case, let's jump right into it, as the cool kids say. No.
What
Anyway,
you're about to do. Get down to business.
hello, fellow kids.
Us.
To defeat the Huns.
Anyway.
Never mind. Existed.
Go ahead and switch on over to that. Alright. So, today, or not today, earlier in the week, you were given a location where you would be picked up. And all of you were picked up by the usual unmarked van that you have seen several times before. I believe we have Joey and Dr. Charles. I believe you two are going to be in the same car, because I believe you live close to each other,
We also know each other.
and you know each other.
Evening, Doc.
Joey.
And I think everyone else is coming from pretty much different parts of the country / another country. So,
Boy.
Here's the question: whose car are we using? Are we being chauffeured, or is Joey in my car, or am I in Joey's car? Because apparently, we're quite rich.
at this point, you are being chauffeured. In fact, all of you are being chauffeured because none of you live where we are going.
Okay.
You are all being
neat road.
chauffeured in this unmarked van. You were told that you would be going to Stockholm, Sweden. You're on the way to Sweden, and you were told basically that you might be in the wilderness, or you might be in a small town with little to no electricity. These were so far the briefing you have been given. So you can bring whatever you think you will need for this, or that you can carry with you as you are taken to the airport.
I forget what I have not purchased, but I have everything.
I can only think of two things to bring.
I want to bring everything.
Suitcase
Yes.
probably makes sense because it'll be an extended stay.
You can go ahead and just collect the things that you think would realistically you'd be able to take with you.
This is before the TSA. I can bring a lot with me.
Yes.
Sir, leave the crowbar.
Plus, you
off
are
the plane,
going.
please.
You're going into a plane that's not necessarily in the main part of the airport. You're kind of taken to the airport, but then around the back to a different plane. And it is
Small.
also relatively unmarked and black.
And
What?
black.
Yes, it is a black plane. And you are all taken, again, from different places, all to eventually Sweden, where you will all get off at the same time. It seems like whoever organized this was very meticulous in when you arrived. Yes, eventually you all make it to the airport, and you all walk out onto the well, what little bit of runway there is here. It's not that developed. But yeah, and then now you all finally see each other. Would you like to introduce yourself? I'm gonna go in order of the things down here. So Dr.
Profile
Mason.
pictures.
Yes. Dr. Mason.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I was eating.
Yeah.
Dr. Mason steps out of the plane, and you see a very well-dressed, middle-aged-ish man, maybe young middle-aged. He wears a pair of silver-rimmed glasses. He seems to always be smoking, as he currently has a lit cigarette in his mouth. He has gray eyes, pepper hair, and seems to be very tall, thin, and a lanky individual. And he carries a suitcase in his left hand.
Singular suitcase.
Singular suitcase, singular case of stuff.
Okay. Now what about our next lovely guest?
All right, so now we come up to Joey to Kelly. It's somewhat, not quite middle-aged, early 30s. Kind of average build. Little bit, you can tell a little bit of Italian in his face, but overall, fairly good-looking guy. You heard he might have been an actor, but seems like he struck it big time. Must have hit got some tips from our doctor friend for a series. But as it stands, he's just coming along, and he's got a suitcase with whatever he felt he needed for a trip to Sweden, which
Alright.
he's never been to.
I don't think any of you have. Alright, who do we have next?
That'd be me.
Yep.
Chester Johnson appears to have darker, almost reddish skin, straight, immaculate black hair. He's wearing a large, wide-brim hat that could sustain some cold weather. He has very durable and rustic clothing. He has a longer, kind of almost duster coat, somewhere between that and a normal waist coat. He has a kind of a satchel / backpack ensemble that has a bedroll with it. And he is very stoic and praises everything with a 1,000-yard stare.
Alright. After him.
Yes. You see an very older gentleman, very worn leathered skin, gray hair, with a very stoic expression on his face, looks at all of you very calmly and somewhat disregards you, except for Chester. He's wearing basic rugged on the farm clothes, but you can see accessories that lead to his ancestry, Native American markings, and you see he just has a duffel bag over his shoulder.
Singular duffel bag. Okay.
Hmm.
Alright, and then next.
Alright, so Baxter Hammermeister. He's kind of a short guy. He's like 5'4". Blonde hair. He's got a coat on that looks a little too thin for the weather. Carrying like 2 toolboxes and what looks like a pair of clothes shoved up in there too. Terrible mustache, kind of like just really stringy and greasy looking. He's got super thick Coke glasses, like the bottom of Coke bottles. Slight build. Looks like he's got some kind of weird bracelet on his wrist, and he's talking to himself. Doesn't really notice anyone else.
Alright. And then, last but not least.
So yeah, younger, not a little bit younger than the other youngest at the time. Individual with about mid height, short curly dark hair, giving kind of the vague expression of I have better things to do, in decently well dressed clothes, almost like looks like he owns things for an outing that he never would take otherwise. It's kind of how he's dressed in a nice overcoat with a rucksack and a briefcase. Other than that, nothing really noteworthy. Clean shaven.
I just have a rucksack and a case.
Basically, keeping everything that I have on me in those.
Alright. Also no. No, Hawk. Anyway. Alright, so as said before, you all you're all standing next to each other, you see each other, you can interact if you would like. But otherwise, kind of near the say halfway down this quote-unquote runway is a man just kind of waiting there in a long, I'd say doctor's coat, hands in his pockets, cigar in his mouth, just kind of watching you all with a very deadpan expression and just tapping his foot. Looks very impatient.
It's important.
I will continue my way down and to him.
Excuse me. Chester will merely nod at I forgot the elderly gentleman, the leathery one, and just kind of blow by the other ones and walk towards the man at the end of the runway.
He is still probably a good 50 feet from you. Essentially, it'll take a second to walk there.
Yeah.
You see Yas walking, he'll just, for such an old man, he seems to move very easily. But you can tell if he has a purpose, he moves he just moves with a sense of purpose if he's got something to do. Otherwise, he tends to just stare at people.
Alright. Since no one's introducing themselves, so I'll just have you guys continue
So,
down.
tough
Yes?
crowd, huh, Doc?
He had to step away.
God damn it.
No doc for you.
As Doc Mason has already moved on, he's like, oh, okay.
So to clarify, we have never met before?
The only two that have met before are Mason and Joey, and maybe Chester and Yas.
And what time of day is it exactly?
It's about afternoon. Like, almost exactly noon.
Ooh.
If there's anybody near me as I approach this individual who's standing in the runway, I will speak up and say, good afternoon, gentlemen.
So
Oh, you're saying
Joel,
that to us?
Yes. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
afternoon? Is this still morning? Good to meet you. Name's Joey Kelly. How
Daniel.
you doing?
Daniel Graham.
Yeah, just looks over at Chester. Good to see you.
You as well, little father.
You are very quiet. Just gotta turn Q up real quick.
No, I'll fix it. Use the damn earbud.
No, it's the voice. Hey. So I also have to turn up Hawk real quick. Both your
Do I
voices.
need to lean in? You need to lean in closer? Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry. Continue. Unless again, you guys are done.
Yeah, Yas does not acknowledge doesn't really acknowledge the white people. Yeah.
Chester really doesn't
One
do
of
that
us
either.
is shy. And I will be saying that, like, indicating to you. Let's say one of us is shy.
You get a glare that looks like if it would transport you somewhere else, you'd be gone right now.
Okay, apparently we're taking a quick break because everyone has to be right back.
Oh no.
No.
And suddenly that look transports everybody away.
Thanks, dude.
Catch
What
another
does it
flight.
transport him away.
The doctor individual is very annoyed now that someone just had to instantly transmission people away from the meeting point. And he's got to arrange an entire new set of flights that come roughly at the same time.
Well, let's be honest. With the organization you guys are a part of, he'd probably be used to that by now. Like, oh, well, there goes another one. Okay.
Roll a sanity check. Never mind, this happens enough.
Normal to you at this point.
They is there an advantage in this game, like D&D?
No.
Okay. Is there a mechanic I could reference that's similar to that?
No.
Oh, bother. Well, I was gonna say like you're about to
Rolling
be
with
scared,
+2.
You're about to be scared out of your wits by the sudden disappearance of your friend, but then one of the people you trust says, don't worry about it. That actually happens a lot.
Happens all the time.
Don't worry about it. He'll be back for lunch.
Hopefully.
Yes, sir. We're already taking a quick break because we have 2 people.
Sounds like a good time for some role playing, talking,
Mhm.
and meeting each other.
So, where are you all from?
London.
Yes.
Yourself?
Just looks at you. Looks at his clothing.
Come on then, speak up.
Florida.
I'm gonna guess not New York. Good sir. I'm not particularly well traveled, so there's that. But you said London, yeah?
I'm-
Yes.
Ah, neat. So have you been on a lot of these trips?
Couple. Most of the time, I'm just going to North America.
Well, best America I know. I'm playing this off like Joey has only been on a mission or 2.
Basically, same
Is
here.
that fair?
West America. Got me. Sorry.
So, where in America are you from?
New York. If you're
New
around
York.
from there, you might have known me from a play or 2.
Anytime I'm in New York, I have no time for pleasure.
Ah. Not. Yeah, I guess at New York minute you only have time for business, eh?
Medical conferences and all.
Ah. All right. Hey, Dr. Mason, you know anything about those conferences? Sees if his face, if he has returned yet.
He still remains
Yes.
silent.
If you guys are, sorry.
Never mind, I guess.
Mason.
You'll hear Yas
Sounds familiar.
speak up.
I'm sorry, I'm back now.
Hey, hey, Doc, your attention's back. Seems we got somebody from London who comes to New York every so often for medical conferences.
Oh,
Any chance you've passed on by each other? I know it's a big world, but come
The
on.
name does sound familiar, but that's mean. That doesn't mean necessarily a whole lot.
what field?
General medicine.
Then probably not. I work in psychiatry.
Mm.
Eh,
Yeah, I'm a surgeon.
all right, we got a body doctor and a mind doctor on staff, I guess. So, anybody have any how to put this, spiritual expertise?
As you say that, you can see a gleam in Yas's eye as he looks at you. And this grin of, "You want me to show you?"
No,
And he
that's
just says,
all right.
"I am from Caneta. As you others know, Arizona." You can tell he's not used to speaking English, so it doesn't always sound right.
I've never been, but I have very much wanted to go. I've wanted to see your culture.
No.
Baxter's gonna take an extra step away and just stare at everybody.
I cock an eyebrow at Baxter, just like, what are you afraid of? But he doesn't say anything.
Just stares. Baxter doesn't talk much. Not to people he doesn't know yet.
Why do I hear banging?
Wondering that myself.
I don't know, but that needs to stop.
Is that what it sounds
Yes.
like?
Yes, stop.
Sorry, it's my chair.
Stop.
Oh,
Sounds like you need a new chair.
Well, yeah.
well.
I gotta step away again.
Oh,
Is the trash can on fire again?
That's Corey stepping away, not Trent.
Uh-oh.
No, Trent still stepped away.
Yeah, he's still gone.
Oh,
Sonny, your character is Daniel, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, actually, well, finally placed your accent. Oxford. Nice. Good people.
Some of us can be. Some of us can be right evil.
duality of man.
Evil. I know this.
Well, this is going well. I have 2 people missing already. And I can't continue until they're back.
Non-canon chat. So, you all used to people just vanishing?
Yes.
Actually, no, but I have seen some pretty weird things.
That's fair. I'm, not used to the disappearing thing. I guess it's kind of,
Anything you're saying right now is still considered in character? If you're doing it in your voice.
Because I was like, can this not be canon with the disappearances?
That's why I'm not doing it in
Okay, I'm
voice.
back.
Welcome
Ah.
back.
Is everyone back now?
What is?
Ah,
I'm sorry if there's a potential fire in my lawn that I have to deal with.
To inform everyone,
Oh.
my family TV completely broke, so I had to rewire everything. And they were just like, "But now it won't work. But now the volume won't work. But now everything's wrong." And I'm just like, "Oh my god."
Oh boy.
Anyway,
But you know how to
sorry
do
for
it
the-
because you know how to match colors and shapes.
Oh
Thanks.
no! The first time it wouldn't work is because, unbeknownst to me, they completely unhooked the wall cable for the cable box from the cable box.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh God.
Oof.
Sorry for the delay.
Oh, and now my cat wants to leave. Ike, stop meowing like you're terrified.
I know how to
Okay.
pronounce that. Cochise.
Jeez. I mean, maybe
I
I
don't
don't
know.
actually know.
Cochise.
Nice. Oh,
That's
close.
kind of what I was
Coaches.
thinking, but like it's strange.
So
I didn't
I-
want to say it.
Do you believe? Did you say your name yet?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
I don't believe I have spoken mine in character either.
Neither have I.
I'm done.
So, my name's Joey Kelly. Just in case things happen to go south and you need to know my name, or you just want to get some coffee. I don't know.
You may call me Mr. Johnson.
I'm Mason, Doctor Mason. He holds out a hand. See if anyone actually shakes it.
I look at it and I kind of shake it. Rather hard.
Yes, Neil.
He just smiles, and then you hear a whisper, "Ouch."
Hmm?
It said he
Okay.
just
What'd you
smiles,
say?
and he just sort of whispers, "Ow."
So, who said their names so far? You can just say their names.
Yes, Neil. The very old gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to make a joke. I'm trying not to make a joke.
You can do it.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, now that that's out of the way.
Well, time for me to disappear.
I,
I'm back.
Daniel also extend his hand and say, "And my name is Dr. Graham."
And Baxter's actually going to reach out really quick and grab your hand. Shake it. Yeah, Baxter. You see him take out a little notebook and scratch off some.
Okay, so out of character, Doc Mason, yes, Noel. Make sure I make that more legible. Doc-
Niyol.
Niyol.
Yes.
Ooh, I was close. Yes, Neol, Doc Graham, Baxter. 1, 2.
Excuse me.
Bless you. I think I'm missing one person.
Baxter?
Baxter, I got.
Mr.
There's only
Mr. Johnson.
5 people.
Johnson. There we go. This is for me. I'm sure Joey was paying slightly more attention.
No, as you all are indeed kind of speaking amongst each other and introducing yourselves, eventually you just hear from the man that is now about 10 feet away from you.
Slowly turn.
Ah, sorry about that. Just getting to know the other finger quotes cast members. So who's our finger quotes director?
I wouldn't get too used to each other if I were you. But, Lyle. And this man, I have a picture for him. Pretend there's not a gun, because it's the only one I could find.
No, there's a gun. He's pointing at all of
No,
us.
he is not pointing a gun at you. He
All
probably
the
has
time.
one, but he's not
And I think
pointing
of a
it at
double
you.
cross.
He's not pointing it at you. But he
Car, you
probably has
motherfuckers.
one. Let's be
He's ju-
honest.
He's
Is
just
he missing an arm?
Nope,
Is he missing an arm
That
because the
arm's in
gun's
his
gone?
pocket.
His hand's in his pocket. His arms.
No, he's
Baxter
saying
over
because
there.
he's not pointing a gun.
Oddly enough, he's just always just giving you a thumbs up. For some reason. Just a
Yes,
very
this
hearty
is-
thumbs up.
This is the man that is speaking very curtly to you.
Turn to look at Joey. I miss the German lass already.
Joey just kind of gives a confirmatory shrug, like, yeah, you got a point.
Right, so were any of you given any kind
right.
of briefing? At all?
I was told to get into a van, and they brought me here.
Yep.
Yeah, a very, very tiny one, because they don't generally tell us anything.
I said, pack your bags and you're going somewhere, and they didn't tell me it was going to be this cold.
Would you like one? It helps warm the body. I say, offering a cigarette to the man who just spoke, because I've already forgotten names.
Baxter.
And Daniel will eye you like, you should know better.
Baxter turns one down. Takes out his notepad, scribbles something else on it.
So, since I missed some, Baxter is whose character?
Cody.
Cody.
You should change your display name in the thing,
It should be.
and
Yeah,
picture preferably.
He doesn't have a picture.
And then who's Daniel?
That would be me.
That's Sunday.
Sunday.
Hey. One person I'm missing. Okay, now it's all set up.
Oh, geez, what just happened?
I don't have a picture. Where's my picture?
Right, so
I clicked on my icon and it disappeared.
okay, there's a lot I have to reference you on, then I'll brief you, whatever the word is. Just walk and talk if you can. And he just kind of is like a lazy, like, just follow me as he continues down the runway and then eventually down a little side, quote-unquote road. It's like a gravel path. And eventually, you guys will end up in, let's see, which one do I want to use?
Lazy
This one.
followed me with the gun. Come on.
Eventually you do end up in this nice little part of town. Or nice little town in general. And you can turn the music up or down as needed.
Oh my god, the
How do you
happy
do that?
town
'Cause it's
music
loud.
something's wrong.
I said you can turn it up and down as needed.
Oh, okay, it was loud.
It usually starts out pretty fucking loud, not gonna lie.
What?
Yeah.
What?
This is a very nice little town, and pretty much everything you see here as you essentially turn the corner off of the gravel path and to here, this is pretty much all there is. Just these few buildings, and you're not even sure if any of them are actually houses. So, right, you're here. There was some kind of radio broadcast, and we keep picking it up every few years. It moves all the time, and we just need someone to figure out where it is this time, and maybe, catch the people. He does big quotes at that.
What do you mean it moves?
Has there been any kind of pattern?
Like the frequency changes, or you located it and it keeps moving?
The frequency itself keeps moving. And there's no pattern. If there was a pattern, then we'd have it by now. But there's nothing really has a pattern in this field of work. Just know that by now. So, any questions?
Is there any chance that people who've heard, is this something people can pick up regularly, or is this like you've just kind of found it, the organization itself has found it through means versus the locals hearing it? And has anyone who heard it disappeared?
He kind of, he sighs and seems like he's thinking for a moment of possibly what he can tell you. Every few months, it moves. Sometimes it moves just a country over, sometimes it'll go entire continents in the blink of an eye. People haven't really, disappeared, as it were. They've gone, missing. But that's about it.
Oh.
Has there been any kind of recording or any kind of knowledge about what the sound is when it's picked up?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm here. As he takes out, what essentially just looks like a small radio. The expert. I'll be able to pick it up.
Alrighty.
I suggest we don't play it in town, though.
Why?
Well, sometimes when people hear it, like I said, we've got people missing.
You are not forthright with your words. I am unsettled by this.
Welcome to the Foundation.
And how?
You're never gonna get straight answers unless you're real high up.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
But we're here in this town, I can tell you, just because there's not a lot of technology here. They can't really hear the broadcast that well. Or at all.
Nope, don't like that.
Chester just kind of goes over and to Yas and mumbles a few words in another language that's not English. Whether he can understand them or not, you get the sense of more white men's lies amusing.
You actually hear
no?
I don't know.
Roll a language.
Me?
No. Yes. See if he can understand what you're saying. Unless you know this language that he is speaking.
You just want me to roll my own language?
Yes, because he is clearly not speaking
Green?
English. I believe it is the green, yeah. You do not know what he just said. You kind of get the gist of it, like the tone behind it, but you don't know what he said. He does seem annoyed, possibly?
More dismissive, I would say.
Yeah. You kind of...
He understands that.
Yeah.
In this context, he just chuckles. In English, I know not your language.
It's
But-
okay, grandfather.
I agree.
I have no idea what you said, but I'm gonna go with it.
There's a set tone.
So, any other questions? Before I take you to the last place I was able to get it strong enough.
Yeah, probably everything you can answer. Yeah, I've asked.
Oh yeah, you, though you seem to be the one that's the face of this group. Anyone else besides Mr. Talkative over there?
He does not speak for me. I have questions as to people's reaction to this radio frequency.
What about it?
Do they react violently? Or do they merely, as you said, disappear?
Well, for the most part, they just get up and leave. It won't be right as they hear it, or right after they hear it, or something like that. Just within 3 days, they just leave. We have found not bodies, but there's some people that are little brain dead, as it were.
What do you mean a little brain dead? You're either brain dead or not brain dead.
There's different levels of damage that can occur.
Yeah, but that's not brain death. That's brain damage.
Sure, that one. Brain damage. Some people are in coma, some aren't. That's all I got for you. I'm not a doctor.
That would be my job.
Sure.
Can we go see these damaged people?
Nope. That's not what you're here to do.
What exactly is it you want us to do?
Find where the broadcast is coming from.
And if we can, do we stop it or do we just report?
We report. It's not our job to stop anything.
What he said.
That's good.
Fair enough.
Suppose if you want to stop it, you can, but I'll have to stop you. So it's just not doing that. Alright. Yeah. There's this man who was, by the way, about a foot taller than Baxter. He just kind of looks down at you. Yeah. Saying something.
No, I'm not. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Right, let's go. And again, he sighs and gives the lazy, like, just follow me. This way, kitties.
Why
Kind
do
of
I
Always gotta
vibe.
follow.
Ricky's?
Hmm?
I'm the current cat wrangler around here, so I guess I'll be wrangling. As Joey follows, but that was not his voice, by the way.
Oh, no.
Cool.
Ah, excuse me.
Follow.
Alright. Eventually, it does lead outside of town. It's actually rather soon outside of town, where it's just breeze. There is a path, but there are definitely parts of the path that trees have kind of overgrown. For the most part, it's well maintained, but it seems like after a while, people just didn't go any further. Why? Who knows? But that's kind of the vibe you get from this, is that they just stopped. Alright, so this is quite a walk. Maybe you think you all can handle a bit of a walk? He gives mostly a look to Yas, the old man.
This easy. Go. And kind of motions him to keep going forward.
Alright, whatever you say, Grandpa.
You should respect your elders.
I like how he gave him a big look as I take a massive drag on the cigarettes. Like, yeah, no, I'm fine.
No, this man is still smoking a cigar, so. He has been kind of absently smoking it and like chewing on it a bit as you guys speak. And as you're walking.
Back in my day, doctors said smoking was healthy.
You'll see Yas pull out a pipe with a bag of tobacco and offer some to Mr. Johnson.
He'll take some.
Baxter's gonna talk to no one in particular and be like, man, art or a car would be really nice though.
Some luxuries we can't always be afforded.
But why not?
You wanna
Oh,
try it? Drive a car and be my guest.
One of life's great mysteries, I suppose.
More likely, it would just get stuck.
You need help with your burden. Baxter.
No, I've got it. Those are my tools. I don't trust anyone else.
There are many like it. These are mine.
As you say that, Yas looks at you and gives you like an approving nod. Yes, you carry your own shit. You do
Johnson,
good.
Johnson also nods, a very mirror image of him.
Baxter, real quick, will you give me a listen check? The green one. You're rolling the green one.
Hold on, I'm still getting used to this thing.
What's the difference between the green and the purple again?
What has
Purple
added-
is plus
If you-
or minus.
Yeah, plus or
Okay.
minus. Okay. Ooh,
Ah.
never mind.
I have no idea what any of that is.
Yeah, never mind.
This is
Okay.
a nice. This is a nice forest.
Yeah,
You
you
know.
just hear the
babbling brook.
just hear the nice, wind through the trees, things like that. There's like some skittering of animals, but
Maybe a dog?
just birds mostly.
Squid-eels.
Yes, squirrels.
On the
Oh,
hallway.
let's see if I can pick it up. Lyle, as he introduced himself, he does kind of take this small radio back out of his pocket and starts turning some of the buttons and knobs on it. And just goes through a couple frequencies. You can see him holding it up, like really close to his ear. It seems like he can hear something on it, but to you guys it just sounds like a static. Oh yeah, we got a bit. Okay. And
I
he
don't hear
just
anything. Sounds like nothing.
again, this is why I'm the expert. As he puts it back in his pocket.
I pull out a small notepad and make a note that only certain individuals can hear it.
Sure. All right. And you guys continue on, and it is about a 2-hour walk. Let me get open to things. Yeah. It's about a 2-hour walk, and you have long since gone off the path. Long since gone off the path. Playing the correct music. Indeed.
No idea.
It is, I just had to make sure. But yeah. And as you get to a part that seems like a few trees have kind of fallen in the way, Lyle kind of stops dead and just looks around. And as he's doing that, I would like all of you to roll me a spot hidden.
Spot hidden. All right, there's my spots.
Still
Roll-
green, right?
Murky, roll on the sheet.
I know. I'm trying to find spot hidden.
Top
Seven.
on the right-hand side.
Right now.
All right.
I'm just rolling my dice for the fun of it.
Mr. Johnson and Joey. As you all come up here, you can kind of see that it's getting a bit foggy. But you think, maybe maybe that's just, the way the weather is here.
That's just Sweden.
That's just Sweden. Who knows?
Sweden.
But Joey and Johnson. As you guys are looking a little further in, possibly, you see that the fog is quite literally moving. Not in a, just kind of rolling fog kind of way, but as if there's shapes being created with fog, essentially. and it is getting much thicker very quickly.
This fog is not natural. He just blankly states that. No explanation. Continues walking.
Yeah, keep an eye on it.
Unnatural how?
Lyle puts an arm out so you don't continue walking, but you can still speak.
I sort of turned to Joe and was like, "What do you say?"
I don't know how to explain it, but this fog is kind of trailing us. And I haven't had anything since I got here, but I'm seeing things out there a little bit.
It moves as if a man is walking in it. It does not move as this fog moves, as the clouds.
Baxter's gonna talk to nobody in particular. Like, this whole thing's unnatural. Why are we here?
Joey's
For
just
that
gonna
very
give
reason.
Nicely.
just an affirmatory point to the guy who's speaking his language, if you know what I mean.
Dr. Mason gives a singular chuckle, just like, then he puts his cigarette out, just like, so it begins again.
Well, I'll be honest with you, fog's not really a thing that's followed.
So this is yet another thing that you knew of and was not able to inform us of.
Oh no, it's not done this before.
Perfect.
So-
You see Mason pull out the same sheet of paper. It's like, could be a separate entity. As he writes that down.
So we've made it angry by coming here.
It's not necessarily angry, just making whatever's presence known.
Can I see if it's moving angrily or hostilely?
Huh. Let me see what you would possibly roll for that. Because yes, but
I may be a brain doctor, but I study humans, not fog.
Would it be something along psychology or psychoanalysis?
What are you saying, Q? While I figure out what the fuck.
I was actually going to do something if you allow me.
That
Alter
depends.
weather.
Alter weather.
Yes.
Okay.
You?
First,
Go ahead.
I'm going to have Chester. I'd say roll me psychology.
Nope.
Yeah, no, you have no clue.
Oh,
It's gonna attack us. Oh God!
Yeah, there you don't really get a hostile or kind reading on it either way. It's just there and moving.
As he broached the idea, even though I said it's like, I studied humans, not fog. Could I roll a psychology check?
I'll say yes, since he kind of gave you the idea.
Okay. Green one, right?
Yes.
Green. Hey, hard success.
Okay. Before I tell you though, yes, you said you're going to try to do a little.
Little bit of mojo.
Yeah. Go
And just
ahead.
try and clear up the fog.
Go ahead and roll me an occult check. Okay, how exactly are you doing?
Well, the way it goes by the book,
No, how are you doing this?
going into my bag and pulling out a few components of like an eagle feather, and since we kind of stopped doing some intricate drawings on the ground with the feather,
Mhm.
and then I began chanting over it.
Okay. So as you are doing your for chanting. Dr. Mason. The fog, quote unquote,
Mm-hmm.
for a moment just seems to be, I guess, just kind of watching? Like, perhaps curious? If it was a living entity?
It was a person.
Yeah, if it was a living entity, then it would be curious. But as you hear the chanting from Yas, it seems to stir up whatever this is.
Daniel's going to approach the younger.
Stir up as in it's getting agitated, or stir up as it's starting to move?
A little bit of
Or what?
both.
Okay.
Yes.
A little bit of both. Are you saying, Graham?
Daniel's going to approach the younger of the two dissimilar of the group and kind of just whisper, talk. Is this something normal for him? Or I'm uneducated as to your people's ways, and I'm curious.
He's asking Johnson, by the way.
Yes.
He's asking you that.
Asking you is like, is this something normal? I am uneducated to your ways of life and your knowledges, and I'm curious.
You asked me the ways of the medicine men? You see that that Johnson is very. There's like a very fine line you almost crossed when you said when you asked your question. The medicine men have control over certain aspects of the natural world. No different than some of the Europeans' ancient shamans and their druids. Why do you seem to find this? And he looks Graham up and down. You seem to find this odd.
Curious.
Oh no, we lost him.
Oh no.
Baby, come
No.
back.
Refreshing.
No, he's a dragon.
It's like this.
A motherfucking dragon.
And I will say, Johnson, since you sort of know of the practices that he might be doing, roll an occult.
It's a cult. Nope.
Oh no, never mind. You have no fucking clue what he's trying to do.
Oh.
No idea.
So once you two are done your scene, I want to approach Mr. Johnson as well.
Mr. Johnson is very popular, apparently.
Yes, very.
Everyone wants some Johnson.
I want your Johnson
Hey.
badly.
You want his cave, Johnson?
Anyway,
I will burn the goddamn house down with the lemons.
I'm actually glad that didn't work properly, because that definitely is not how that should be going.
I mean, no disrespect. I am merely curious of others' ways of life.
Out of character, would I be able to tell he's British?
he has an accent. What the fuck are you
I said
talking
one-
about?
Yes, but
The
like
rest
very
of the people
clearly, like very
He meant-
clearly British.
He's
You mentioned
very.
he's from London.
I
He's-
have, as
He
far
has
as
a British
I'm saying,
accent. He's white as fuck, and his name is Daniel Graham. Yes, you know he is
Okay.
from England.
I am trying to do as close as I can to the proper Queen's English accent.
It's as if I were to ask you if France and England were the same.
I apologize. I meant no disrespect.
Baxter's in the background writing something down. France and England are not the same.
We're a similar people. Our practices may be similar, but we are as different as you are from France. But you will give him his due respect when it is required. Do you understand?
Clearly.
Good.
Yas kind of gets up shaking his head. Not right.
Mm.
Irish, Scottish, English. Not same. But live on same land.
That's probably.
I apologize if I made it sound as though I had assumed you were the same people. It is both of you are cultures I have never experienced before and desire to learn.
Ignorance can be fixed. Stupidity cannot.
I'd call it more of a lack of education.
Same thing.
Joey's just gonna take a quick look over everyone's shoulders, see if there's anything else forming in the what do you call it? In the fog.
I will have you go ahead and roll as another spot hidden since you're actively doing that. But Mason, you said you wanted to approach.
There we
Yes, he
Johnson?
approaches Mr. Johnson and he says very bluntly,
go. Click.
gesturing at the
Ooh.
at the other Native American. He says, "Do you speak his dialect? Because I know he has trouble with English."
I do not. He does not speak mine either.
Damn it.
I'm
Then
going.
I will
Nope.
just go over to Yes,
No.
simply and try and explain as easy as I can. I say, try your best not to perform any more rituals. And I wait to see if he understood me.
Let's see if I. May I roll to see if I understood him?
And he's speaking plain English. You can understand what
Remember?
he's saying.
Okay. Darn it.
Whether you choose to acknowledge you understand him is up to you.
Yas just looks at you and is like,
He holds up
just
one hand.
stares blankly at
He
you.
holds up one hand as is like, just wait for it. And he says, the fog was simply watching. Now it is angry.
Anger, good, make mistake.
Anger bad. Anger generally means loss of life.
Baxter's
Anger.
gonna chime in like, what's angry?
Anger leads to hate,
Shh.
etc.
When
Joey,
Baxter says, "What are you talking about?" I just give Joey a look and then I turn back around.
Joey's just got his hand doing that like lookout thing with his hand.
What do your shifty eyes see, good sir?
Hold on.
What do your actor eyes see?
Or is that all? Was that your only answer to Baxter? Was just to look at someone else?
Yeah, I share a silent glance with Joey and then I walk back over to his side.
Hey, no one's answering this question. Got it.
Nope, don't like that.
Hey,
I lost track of what was going on.
It's fine.
Joey, as you are looking out into the fog, because again, this is while they were also speaking. You see essentially the same things that the others did, but now you see how many there are. You just kind of pick out through the fog 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15, maybe? Figures. Fog figures, quote unquote, watching you. And as Mason said, they do seem agitated. I also totally forgot to loop this music.
Oh no.
I thought it got quiet.
I know the feeling.
Playing now? No. Oop. There we go. This is maybe the second time I've used it as a DM, so yeah. Yes, you see a lot. 15 or more figures, all different sizes. The smallest being maybe 2 feet-ish tall, and the tallest being 10 or more. As tall as the trees.
It's like, guys, not alarm anyone, but whatever those are, if they are agitated, have us outnumbered potentially 2 to 1, and some are kind of gestures below his waist,
Yeah.
and some of them a bit bigger than the trees. So keep an eye out. Don't do anything to draw their attention too much.
Does anyone speak Swedish or Gaelic? Maybe we can just ask them to move.
And Baxter's not gonna help it. He's got to look too now.
What'd you say?
Baxter's gonna do that thing where you're like, "Don't look now," and then your friend just like stares. He's got to do that.
Baxter.
Hello.
As these are pointed out to you, you do see vaguely, you don't see much details, but there is one thing that you see out in the fog. It just looks like a person. And they're standing right next to one of these figures. And they just, again, just seem to be out of it. As if in a trance.
Alright, Baxter's gonna point this out to everybody. Does everybody see that guy over there? Or is it just me?
It is indeed just Baxter. You all just see the fog figures.
Sir, there's nothing there.
Just go ahead.
Joey's just gonna shake his head, kind of like, I'm trying to see what you're seeing, but I'm not seeing it. Just that kind of look, like he's not thinking you're crazy, but he's thinking there's something he's missing that you're seeing.
So there's definitely a person over there. It might help to go talk to him.
No, there's nothing there.
There is a person there.
I have to agree. I don't believe there's anyone over there.
But what if there was? And you guys just can't see it.
There are many things.
Can I make a psychology check to see if he's being affected by anything? Or psychoanalysis?
For this, I will allow psychoanalysis. And what were you
Hooray!
saying, yes?
Damn it.
Oh,
Were you saying yes? No?
Yes.
You?
I was just gonna say, there are many things in the world that others cannot see, and do not discount.
I got the gist of that.
what was the last part?
Do not discount.
I'm not discounting anything. On the contrary, I just don't want him walking into a certain doom.
It's okay. I've got Lucy. We're good.
I don't think tools are going to do much against anything that's incorporeal. And again, the unknown is unknown for a reason.
Alright, here's what we could do. I've got some rope. I'm gonna tie it on my waist. I'm gonna go talk to the person. If I start yelling, just pull me back.
This
You
sounds
assume
like a
you'll have
terrible
time.
idea.
You assume you have time to yell.
Well,
Well.
if the rope starts going really quickly, pull me back.
This sounds like a
Well.
terrible idea.
Uh,
What if that person needs help?
I kind of walk away from this conversation. Is the doctor, the person that was leading us, still here?
He is indeed. He has been kind of in front of you guys, just...
I've been trying to talk to him.
Huh?
I've been trying to talk to him.
Oh, you didn't say anything.
I've said Lyle 5 times now.
oh,
No,
It's-
you haven't.
I heard it.
I
Oh.
have not heard you speak up until, like, that moment, essentially.
It's like, Lyle.
I didn't hear it 5 times, but I did hear it at least twice.
Okay, it was twice.
oh.
No, I didn't hear it at all.
Hyperbolics.
Okay, in that case, since Daniel was actually the one trying to get his attention, he doesn't turn to you, but you just hear, yeah,
In your knowledge, has any of this ever occurred?
nope,
Mist people, people in the mist?
not around this phenomenon, no. This is new.
Not around the location or the signal?
The signal.
I wonder if perhaps we are experiencing 2 phenomena coincide.
Possible. It's happened before. One gets
Just
the
what
attention of
we-
another, so on and so forth. Okay.
Hey Lyle, any chance you've heard any difference from the radio when we mentioned the person, fog, anything, any difference?
No difference.
Just-
Do you happen to have a map of the area?
No,
No?
no.
Well-
Around the signal, usually maps or compasses don't mean anything.
I don't necessarily need a compass. I just wish to see if we can mark locations on a map to determine where the signal is weaker and stronger. So if we can follow those lines, potentially get ourselves closer to where it's actually at.
That's what I'm here for. To get you to
Well,
the signal.
Well, I wish we had a map so we could mark where we see the not signal, I say, gesturing into the fog.
And yeah, about that. He kind of gestures forward to where the fog is the thickest, and to and to you guys where the most of the figures are congregated. That's the way we have to go.
Can't go around.
I mean, could. Just not as clear of a path.
Do you trust to not get us lost?
Yeah, but this fog could be something bad.
But the fog is something.
Could be
else.
something bad.
Well,
And how will we go about testing that?
Walking into it.
I would rather us not test that.
Yeah, that's what D class is for. I mean, what?
I may have some medical supplies with me, but I'd rather not have to use them.
What's it look like behind us?
I turn around. What does it look like
Um,
behind us, Drink?
Behind you. I'm not gonna make you roll again, because now you kind of know what to look for. But as whoever wants to turns around to look, there are
Yeah,
indeed more figures back there, but not nearly as many as ahead of you. It's
Shit. Well,
it's-
I've got a plan.
it's almost kind of like the ones behind you are kind of like gesturing like, "Hey, this is go
This is-
leave."
Sorry.
Well,
sorry,
I have a plan. Whatever these things are, they seem to be giving us a berth, even though they've now surrounded us. Let's move calmly forward, but as a group. Maybe they'll stay away from us if we're all together. I worry what will happen if one of us splits off.
That would be a good idea. Let's not separate.
Makes sense to me.
Yash just nods his head.
And Baxter, were you wanting to go over to the person still?
He was really considering it, but he's kind of outvoted on this.
Are they still there?
Yes.
Yes.
Call up to them.
I don't know their name.
Well, is that person on the way to the signal? Like, are they on the path?
Baxter's just gonna kind of point
Um,
over there and leave it up to the keeper here.
They're kind of to the right of the path, but in basically the same direction.
I just sort of turn and look at him and say, well, we could take a small detour. And it's not that, it's just slightly off to the
Just
right.
call
It's
up
not
to them.
anything, like, way off the distance. So if we move as a group, and they hopefully don't get more agitated, we could visit your phantom friend.
Are they
Um,
phantom?
I would say the person is, well, he could maybe call out to them. They are quite a ways away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try calling out and see what happens. Hello, friend. Hi.
The person, it seems like they stir for a moment and are now kind of looking around, that they heard you but not where from. They don't say anything back. They just look around, trying to figure out where the voice came from.
Do I have Lucy with me? Yes, I'm assuming.
You do?
Yes. I'm gonna send Lucy to go say hey. See what happens. I'm gonna be like, hey Lucy, go say hi. Be all friendly like.
Lucy kind of looks up at you, looks to the person, and then looks back up at you and just starts whining a little bit. And like, trying to think, what is it they do? Where they're kind of like going back and forth on their feet, like, a little nervously.
Ooh, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Try calling out to the person one more time.
think-
Friend! Can you come here for a second?
Again,
We're trying to rescue you. Don't resist.
they're just kind of looking around. It seems like they try and take a step, but then bring their foot back, as if they can't take a step.
Really don't like that. And I'm just gonna like relay what happens to everybody else. Make sure everybody's got all the same info. Don't know what's wrong with that person.
Lucy looks up at you again, and then kind of trots a bit forward past Lyle, and then looks back at you again.
Guys, this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but we should follow Lucy. She's got it.
You're right, it does sound crazy.
You guys don't know who the fuck he's talking about.
Joe's just gonna go, Lucy?
See, he's got it.
That's a question. I don't
Oh.
think you introduced us to any Lucy.
Well, Lucy's my dog. And he gives a smile.
What?
I'm just gonna look around. Is there any dog around here?
Oh
Does
no,
he look tasty?
there's no dog.
So, Lucy is like the one thing that Baxter's like super happy about in his life. So he's doing like the full Will Smith, like, here's Lucy.
He points to you guys as just like this empty patch of leaves.
Also, I forgot to mention Lucy's ghost. Yeah.
Very slow blink.
Oh, so that's your weirdness. All right. He just takes this all in stride, like this isn't his first rodeo.
I'm gonna
Then-
approach Dr. Mason and then slowly kind of wave the smoke away as he gets closer. Be like, have you ever experienced someone like this? Are they safe?
I need to turn up some people because I can't hear them that well.
Are they safe? No.
1 second, adjusting your volume. Like, that depends. I would need to sit them down in a chair for a while, but
Perhaps
in my
one.
experience, especially if they're involved with this society, what they claim is genuine. So, whatever their ghost friend, I say putting up air quotes, whatever that is, it is real. And they
Alright.
seem like an alright enough person.
Tell me, Baxter. Do you trust your companion to lead us in the right direction?
Well, she's been with me for the last 15 years, so yeah.
Has she ever
Hello.
screwed you over?
I mean, she died for me before.
Right, okay.
Lyle, given ill circumstances, do you believe you could lead us back?
If the fog lets up, yeah. If it doesn't, no.
If it doesn't, we can't find our way back
Solid
anyway.
maybe.
If the fog doesn't let up, I can't lead us back.
Mm.
Well, with the fog here, could you lead us back anyways?
It's not that bad back there.
Mason does say, though, yeah, the trick is, though, we still have entities to get through back there as well.
Alright. Because at this point, I need you all to make a decision.
I'm up for following the friendly ghost.
I trust his spirit guardian more than I trust our host. No offense, but maybe there is.
Ghost Dog might have a better ear for things.
Paranormal, yeah.
You know, we got one guy who has an idea of what's going on, and the dog who's like, I've died before. I know what's bad.
What's the worst that could happen? Well, oh,
What about that?
So,
good news, everyone.
So, as a group, what are you doing?
I am following the spirit guide.
Well, I suppose, Lucy, lead on.
I will follow the spirit guide.
yeah, trust the dog to hopefully get us where we need to go.
Hey,
Okay.
Chester's already said that he trusts the spirit guide. Alright.
Let's, sorry about my loud chair. Let's go, Lucy.
And she's just jumps excitedly. And then heads towards the person that you told her to. Though she does stop every once in a while to make sure you guys have caught up.
Are you coming? Are you coming? Okay,
Yeah.
runs up again.
Yeah, exactly. She waits until you catch up, runs it forward a little bit more, looks back, kind of jumping.
And it's kind of weird because this is like, again, the one happy thing in Baxter's life. So he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, this is great. Been hauling around 2 toolboxes with me all day in Sweden, but now I'm happy."
All right.
Dr. Mason just like leans over to Dr. Graham and is like, I don't know if this is if I should be happy for him or sad, because this is very sad. Ghost dog.
Did I hear any of that?
No, you're too focused on Lucy.
Good.
Wait, do you say that?
He said that to you.
I'm not sure either.
Don't be taking my my good stuff here.
Let him have
Ah,
what
that's
he
why I
has.
whispered it between the two intellectuals.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, how about this? Between the two graduates.
You know what?
Ooh.
That one's fair. That one is fair because they are. All
That-
right.
It's accurate.
You don't know if he's got a bachelor's or not. You don't know nothing about
We're
Johnson.
doctors. We have PhDs.
I have an MD, thank you.
Close enough.
So you're the fake doctor, aren't you?
So
So
slowly, you guys are making your way towards what is apparently a person. And it does dawn on all of you very quickly if Lucy is a spirit and only Baxter can see them. You guys cannot see this person,
Hmm.
therefore most likely a spirit. But as you do get closer to this person, the figures in the fog do not move. And where you are going towards, the fog is very thick now to the point where you can barely see the tree right in front of you.
Okay.
We get fog in London, but nothing like this.
I'm gonna tell Lucy to stop and be like, "Hey guys, you remember how I had rope in my bag?"
Kinky.
Yes, but I don't know how to do that. No. We should tie ourselves to each other so we don't lose each other.
Hate to admit it, but you're right.
Joe just gives a nod.
I hold up my hand for the rope.
He's gonna pull out like 50 feet of rope. Just here you go, guys.
This is D&D. Can never leave the house without rope.
Yeah.
Who
This is the 30s too.
So
who is going to tie the rope?
Not me. I'm a weak little nerd boy.
I will attempt to.
I feel like Baxter would be good with rope. I think.
Joey would be okay with it, probably.
I mean, I could probably get it done, but I'm probably not
I
the
need
best
2
option.
people.
Okay.
I will
yeah.
help.
2 people. Not help.
Okay.
2 people to do it.
I will do it.
Okay. Who's the second one?
I will do it.
Okay. In that case, I've been looking to see, like, what you guys should roll for this. You guys volunteered. I'd just like to point that out.
Mason is secretly
Intelligence.
minorities are finally striking back against the white
I
man.
am gonna go with sleight of hand.
Okay. This is gonna
Oh
suck.
shit. This is gonna
Ah,
suck.
shit!
I've actually got great sleight of hand. Do we want to check over each other's knots here?
No?
Oh. Nope.
Okay.
I've-
Chester, yours are a bit better. They seem like they'll hold for the most part, but if anything tugs super hard, it might come loose. Yes, yours are just terrible.
Arthritic hands, damn it.
You're fairly certain that even the slightest tug, and it'll probably come loose.
I understand my government's an asshole, but you have to do my hands, Yas.
Behind his back too.
I'm not
Alright.
responsible for them.
All right.
I suggest holding on to the rope in addition to these knots.
Okay.
Why don't we just put our hands on each other's backs?
Please no.
Johnson gives a very much like you don't dare look when you say that.
Baxter doesn't really care. He's in front. He could do for a massage.
Johnson's like, don't you dare. Mason's
What?
like, please no.
Since you are all, I'm assuming tied in like a single file line, what is the marching order?
I'll be up front. Baxter's in the lead.
Then he'll take the rear.
Grandpa in the middle.
But where in the middle?
Somewhere in the middle. Spellcasters go in the middle.
Somewhere
We
in the
always know
middle.
this rule.
Baxter up front. Graham in the back. Who's after Baxter?
We have 5, yes?
Who's after Baxter?
6 with the other guy.
He's not important. I would say we probably put Radio Man right
You have
behind.
6. You have 6 people
7
in
with the other
general.
guy.
You have 6 people. I
No,
will.
we have
de-
7 because we got radio guy.
I know. I'm gonna determine where he goes.
I was gonna put him right behind Baxter because he's got the radio just in case.
Who's after
I'll be-
Baxter?
I'll be after Baxter.
And
I'll be
after
I'll be
Chester.
Chester.
Okay.
And then after that, Joey.
Okay. And then that would be Yas and then Graham. Okay. And then in the very back is Lyle.
Damn it, Lyle.
Okay.
I feel like Lyle's gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
He's
so
way too close to Graham.
Wait,
Lyle,
what does that have to do
Lyle
with
is
Graham?
watching Graham's ass.
Okay.
Tradition. Food.
alright.
Let's move it on.
I'll show you how radio works.
At this point, since you're very close to these things, Lucy is right at your side, whining. She's not going to go up front anymore.
Ew, don't like that. Okay, so we're pretty close to the spirit, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, and she's as you get closer, yes, it is a woman. Or teenage girl, rather. And she is looking she first looks at Lucy and then slowly up at you.
Alright, I'm gonna say hello again. Can you understand me? We're still in Sweden?
Oh yeah.
Or indeed still in Sweden.
Yeah. Hopefully she's got English down. Bilingual kids for the win, maybe? Hello?
She's looking at you in confusion. And then says something in Swedish.
Baxter,
Fuck. Yeah?
is she wearing clothes similar to that what we would?
That's a great question. Let me
Alright,
look.
let's see what you need to roll to know that.
Great question. Next question.
I'll say anthropology.
Which one?
Anthropology.
Oh boy.
Oh.
She's wearing a dress,
Yeah. She's
wearing clothes.
does
Thank God.
anyone else speak Swedish?
No.
Nope. Me neither.
The only extra language I speak would be if she's really, really dead. like really old and dead.
Same.
Can you describe her clothing?
Is it a thick woolen dress? Is it a modern style dress?
I'm gonna
If he
guess
can-
that you guys are asking me this. You can't see her, and she's indeed a ghost.
Yes.
No,
most,
I cannot
most
see her.
likely.
Because I have anthropology.
Is there any chance, since I guess arts and crafts would be the closest thing, that Joey might have an idea of what kind of
Arts
clothes
and
would be?
crafts.
Well,
No.
history is decent too. Maybe history. For like, oh, how many frills? Is it one thing or the other?
I've actually got a pretty decent history too. Is that something that would be helpful here? Can I roll history?
No. 'Cause there's a reason.
Am I seeing
That-
any kind of like wounds on
Wounds?
this? Yeah, like how possibly died.
Ooh. I would say for that one, you're gonna have to give me a medicine.
Nope. Damn, I suck.
Oh,
No.
Big oof. Alright, I'm just gonna try and talk to her again. Can you understand me or follow us back to the city? And I make like a gesture of like, come on, let's go.
Again, a kind of look of confusion, but then once you do that gesture, gesture, can't speak. She just shakes her head like she's scared.
Guys, I'm drawing a blank here. Super scared person. Doesn't understand me.
I think we're
What do
all
you guys
drawing a
suggest?
blank.
I was really banking on this being
Smile.
an alive person that you guys could help me with.
Whoa.
What, Mason?
Does Lyle speak Swiss?
No.
Is he-
How do we get a whole troop of people coming out here and not one person speaks the local language?
Because we're not locals.
That is the white man for you, not planning ahead.
Because the foundation.
Oh no, we
I
suck
see you have
again!
a condition.
I'd like to point out that you are also in the same boat.
I was asked to be here, but given no information.
We weren't sent here to talk to
Randy Potter.
locals. We weren't sent here to talk to locals. We were sent here to find this fucking signal, and that's what I'm here to do.
Well, let me see your radio.
No.
Okay, come up here with me and hold up this radio.
Why?
Because we're gonna ask her if she's seen this radio signal. Spirits.
You cannot see radio signal.
I don't know what spirits see.
For all we know, that if we can get the spirit to talk, their voice will come over the radio.
Ooh, that's good. I did not know that. I just always listen to him.
It seems as if it would be in Swedish, would it not? We're in the same boat.
Hey, at least we got her talking. It's progress.
Oh, no, she has been talking.
You guys just can't listen.
You can't hear her, and Baxter can't understand her.
Exactly. If we can somehow get her on the radio, maybe someone that hears the radio other than us, because other people are listening in, can translate somewhere down the line.
Don't know that.
I don't know that. I'm just hypothesizing.
Yeah, Baxter's still drawing a blank. He's gonna go, what do you guys want to do?
Going to my radio, but it's not going to be connected to anything his would be.
I just sort of... Dr. Mason sort of shrugs and says, I can try and give the spirit its last rites. I'm a little new on that, though.
The dead are
Maybe?
really kind of out of my realm.
don't know.
Might that be any chance Joey would know anything about ghosts interacting with, like, radios and electrical frequencies?
Roll me an occult.
Occult. Okay. Rolling for the fun of it, and it worked out nicely last time.
No, just roll in here. Don't worry. Don't bother rolling your physical dice.
Rolled.
No, you don't really know much about spirits.
Joey's just gonna shrug.
Yes. I would like you to roll me something that only you know.
Oh, okay.
Baxter's gonna like do some like scary pose.
I think you know which one I mean.
Yes, I do believe I know what you mean. I just gotta find it on here so I can roll it.
Yeah.
Just a green?
Yep.
Nope. Damn these high rolls.
Ugh, I know, it's the one time you don't want high rolls.
So how
I rolled nothing but high rolls.
As you are still trying to understand this this spirit, the fog starts to get closer, and at least to you, Baxter, pretty much envelops her, and she's gone in an instant.
She's what?
She's gone.
Okay.
Not as in, like, she just disappeared in front of you. The fog engulfs her, and you can't see her anymore. And
Can I
it
still
is,
hear her?
and it is going closer to you. All of
Don't
you.
like that. We're backing up. Back up, guys. Come on.
Somewhere to
back
back up.
Yeah, keep backing up. I don't want to be in the front anymore. Let's go, Lucy.
Lucy has definitely already started backing up, and is a little closer to. I forgot who was behind you at this point.
Chester.
It doesn't matter. We are backing the fuck up and adjusting course.
Okay, let me see what I need you guys to roll real quick. Well, actually, no, that's right. You have a move rate. And look at that for everyone.
I don't like that.
Stop making loud noises. Wrong game, but I don't want to see those here. We die.
Okay. You all have basically the same move rate.
So I
Except
thought
for
it was
one
pretty
of you.
standard. Maybe the old man. Or he'll surprise us all.
He's got the zoomies.
I don't think I've ever told change of move rate.
As long as it's not like running
It
from
calculates
a
it
bear,
automatically
we have to outrun
depending on.
the slowest
a bunch of
person.
stuff.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I think I do have the slowest right.
I don't know. I feel like mine's slow.
Indeed. All right. Let's remove the order you guys are in. And then... Ba-ba. Sorry, again, looking at you guys, making sure I got the right stuff. Okay. Baxter, unfortunately you were in the front.
Yes.
The fog overtakes you first.
Fuck.
No. Let's get it.
Thankfully, you do feel that Lucy is at your side. You can't see her, but you can hear her and feel that she is there.
That's good. That's good. I'm gonna
But
call out
the-
everybody else.
The rope that was around you goes slack. As if there is no one else there now.
I'm gonna call out to everybody else. Hello, guys. This isn't funny.
No response. All right. Next, I believe was Chester, right?
Yee.
Okay. As you are backing up, you do see Baxter just immediately get engulfed by this fog.
Oh,
And
I
you
pull
see,
on the rope.
You pull on the rope, and it, within a few seconds, is slack.
Oh no.
And if you do continue pulling on the rope, you just get the end of the rope. It's not cut or anything. It's just as if it came untied.
I should have tied this tighter. I keep backing up.
It's payback for yesterday.
And you are able to at least somewhat stay in front of the fog. And I believe after you was it Mason or Joey?
I want to say I said like I'm after like the fourth or something, like 1, 2, 3, and then there's Joey. Does that sound right?
And then Yas is right behind Joey.
Who was behind Chester?
I
I think
was.
that was Mason.
Okay.
Oh, no, I was with Mason.
You essentially see the same thing. You see Chester bring the rope, and there's nothing on the end of it. And then after...
Wait, I had something to
No.
do.
No.
Okay.
After you
No.
was Joey, right? Yes?
I think.
Yeah, Joey, then Yas.
And you also see the same thing.
Baxter would be really
Baxter.
disappointed in all of you right now.
Baxter is engulfed. Chester brings back an empty rope. Next was Yes. You also see the same thing, but feel something. It's something, quote unquote, behind you. And if you do glance back, the fog is coming from that way as well. And before you can really back up any further, though, because you are going slower, you do stay a bit close to Joey, so you're not engulfed by the fog behind you. Graham, you are backing up rather quickly, and failed to notice that you did indeed walk right into the fog until suddenly there's just white in front of you. It is all just fog. And
I'm also
you
going to call out, because that's what I would have done.
and you also feel the rope go slack,
I want to
Both.
pull on it.
both in front and behind you. It seems like it's just you on this rope. No matter how
So
much
if
you pull on it, if you pull on what's in front of you or what's behind you, it just comes back empty. And if you call out, there is no answer.
Do I have a new friend in the mist?
New Ms.
And I stepped toward where the people were. Like, where these people were. So, I was backing up. I don't know if I was facing away from them or facing them still. But I would like to step toward where they were.
Now, before you do go any further, the fog, for the most part, stops. Mason, Joey, Chester, and Yes. You are surrounded, but safe? Question mark? Safe?
So we got
Maybe?
Lurch.
But you do not see Graham, Baxter, or Lyle. And if you pull the rope from behind you, it is also just the end of the rope.
You can just hear mumbling under Yas' breath in Navajo. That's one. Get rid of the white man.
Damn.
Damn,
No
that's
one-
cold.
No one
Suddenly,
understands you.
Needle flies out of the mist.
Mason would approach the mist and try and swat at it to see if he's like, shit, where'd he go?
Baby, come back.
Not the only other smart person.
No, not you. I'm swatting it towards for the mechanic because he was just in front of me. I don't know you're gone yet.
Baxter's missed.
Then I'll be like, fuck, I liked him. I could talk to him. He could understand me.
You can bat at the fog. It moves like normal fog, but it's still thick fog, but it does move like normal fog.
That's what I mean. It's like it moves around, and I'm just like, this will probably get me killed, but I like shove my arm in there and try and grab where his collar would have been.
Bold move, Cotton.
Dumb move, Cotton. But hey,
Before I continue with that, does anyone else want to do anything?
1 sec.
Johnson's considering walking forward to see if he can bump into Baxter.
Sorry, be right back.
No, the fog actually got him.
Baby, come
I'm looking at these spells. They all suck.
I'm gonna see if I can quickly like make a lasso and just like toss, like ring toss the thing to see if I can catch anything in the fog.
Okay.
back. Probably smarter than some other people.
You will again need the sleight of hand to make the lasso.
If not, I'll just whip the fog with the piece of rope because that's what you do in the.
In the heat of the moment.
Oh, you make a very nice lasso.
Almost like you were a cowboy.
Should have been a cowboy.
And you said you're going to try and throw it into the.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can catch anything in the mist. Like-
I'm actually gonna go ahead and have you roll, brawl.
I'm about to beat the crap out of this mist.
Oh, because you know it's kind of the same kind of motion to be able to do
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so green for the brawl, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. No damage, because of course you're not actually trying to do damage. I hope not.
Just beat the fuck out of that fog.
Okay.
Taking out my
So-
frustrations.
At the same time that you do that is when Mason is kind of reaching into the fog. Mason, you feel something grab and pull hard.
I only heard grab. What was the rest?
Something pulled hard.
Uh-oh. I mean,
And-
fire, I expected this, but uh-oh.
So, well, Chester was not necessarily trying to get you with the lasso. He does get you. And thankfully, it does catch on something. You have successfully lassoed Mason, but you can feel something still pulling him.
I will help pull.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good thing someone could tie knots.
this time.
This time.
Then in that case, Yas and Joey, I need strength.
Strength. Wait. Okay, that's up top, right?
Buff old man.
Yeah, it's top.
Really buff thing.
Like,
No.
It's good
Well
thing
then.
someone's strong here.
Hmm.
Not good at knots, but they got the strength down.
Okay, and I'm counting that as a success. So, with all three of you working together, you are able to very slowly, it's like you're playing tug of war with whatever this thing is that has grabbed Mason. But eventually slowly, you are able to kind of get him back and see him coming back from the fog. And Mason, this entire time, you still don't see anything, but you can hear what sounds like, I would just say, a radio malfunctioning. That screeching static.
Okay.
And it seems to be getting louder the more that you are being pulled back. To the point where it just sounds like an animalistic screech. And all of you, including those of you lost in the fog, can hear this screech.
Am I alone in the fog, or do I at least, like, have Graham near me?
You have Lucy.
I've got Lucy.
And,
There's Graham.
and then Mason, you are back into the clearing.
Pop!
But you have taken, I'm going to say 2 damage as your entire arm is basically popped out of socket.
Oh, I thought you were gonna lose it. I was gonna be like, damn.
No.
Only 2 points of damage? Holy fuck!
Ooh.
Well, just because it wasn't necessarily ripped off. Yeah.
Just poop.
It is just out of socket and limp at the moment. As you are pulled back and kind of hit against Chester. As it was a very sudden yank away from the thing.
Into my big, strong arms.
Yes.
Hey, Doc, you want to take a look at... Where'd he go?
Wait, I was pulling somebody. I tossed it in front of me, and I pulled the guy in the back into me.
Well, no, he looks behind.
Sorry about
Mason, like, is sucking in, hissing in pain. His arm is limp, and he turns to look backwards for the white medicine man, and he's like, "Wait, where'd he go?" He didn't know that he disappeared as well. He just went forward, seeing a Baxter get enveloped. Hello?
Oh, hello.
Yeah, and he to explain it to Chester. Mason reached into the fog, and that's what pulled him in front of you, because he was pulled very quickly and violently. And so when you lassoed, trying to hook onto something, you caught him.
Huh.
That's why, even though he was behind you, he ended up in front of you because he was pulled.
How did you get in the front?
I jumped forward and tried to catch Baxter just before the fog got to him.
Can I roll an occult for knowledge? See if I've heard of anything like this in the books I've read.
Now that you've kind of had at least seen more of what's possibly going on, it's not going to be a cult. It is going to be, again, Cthulhu Mythos. But I want you to roll the purple one this time.
Did you say roll purple? You keep cutting out.
Roll purple. Why do I keep cutting out? Is Discord doing the thing again?
It's not bad. Wow.
Why is like 80% of the
That
rolls
is.
all fail?
Because you're supposed to die in
I only have a
Cthulhu.
10% chance.
It's
I was about to say, that's what happens.
It's a percentage system. So he has a 10% chance in general to succeed. Because it's all percentage based.
Also, what Trent said, you're supposed to die in Cthulhu.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait. He
Yeah,
goes out in a blaze of glory.
You don't know. You have never really heard of anything like this. You've heard of, like, fog? Like, this kind of mysterious fog, but nothing that could physically take people. Baxter. Well, as I said, you did hear the kind of mechanical static screeching of whatever had grabbed Mason. But besides that, you don't hear or see anyone for quite a bit. And Lucy is still at your side, whining. She's kind of leaned against you, letting you know that she is there. But you're essentially blind right now. Do you move at all? No?
No.
Baxter?
Sunday?
No, Baxter.
Oh.
Cody.
Howdy.
I hear whistling coming from his mic, but I don't know if that's him.
It's because you're speaking and it's setting off his microphone.
Howdy.
Because whenever one of us talks,
Work
his
call.
stuff lights
1
up.
second.
Okay.
Oh.
In that case, Graham. Are you here? Are you
yeah, I'm
here?
here.
Okay.
I
You
am.
as well heard this malfunctioning radio like static screech,
Alright, sorry about that.
but you could not tell which direction it was coming from.
That was my first question.
It seemed like it was coming from all around you. And in front of you, behind you, again, all around you, you are essentially blind. All you see is fog. Do you move anywhere?
No.
Staying put.
I will continue to shout out though.
You again get no response. Back to Baxter.
Before we go any
anything?
farther, I might have to leave in a little bit. I'm waiting for a call back on more information from work.
Okay.
Apologize for that. Sorry if it ruined some stuff for tonight.
I'll just say the same thing for now. Do you move anywhere?
Does Lucy look like she feels comfortable moving anywhere?
Lucy is just right at your side.
Does she
Hello,
look scared, or is
She is scared.
Okay, no, I'm not going anywhere. It looks like I'm going to be petting Lucy and trying to calm her down.
Neither of you are moving. Hey.
Um,
Oh. In that case,
I feel like this is not the great move, but
back
you know,
to
Apparently not, since neither of us moved.
back to
could move in the right direction, or could go in the wrong direction. Oh, go in the
back
wrong
to
direction.
the other party, the four that are sort of out of the fog. Mason, your arm is still popped out of socket.
Yeah, I approach Yas and just say, "Can you help me?"
I'm not that type of medicine man.
I was afraid of that. In that case, I'm gonna try and pop.
Bring it here.
But okay, I go over to Chester.
And medicine.
No.
Would it be first aid?
Oh yes, first aid is a thing. That's right.
Hey!
Uh,
I'll try to pop
yeah,
this
this
sucker
would
back into the hole.
this would definitely be first aid.
Oh, I made it worse.
And you didn't make it worse. You did pop it back in, but not gently. And even
Is
if
it
it
gentle
is
way you can do that?
Here is. And even though it is, you know, it is back to a quote unquote working condition. You do take 1 more point of damage.
Like Peter Griffin that just tripped on the sidewalk.
Yeah. You do take 1 more point of damage as it is popped back in. 'Cause it was not done gently. But at least it's done.
Yeah, he moves his arm, you just hear crack, 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 crack. Okay. I discovered something. Don't stick your arm in the fog.
I give his shoulder a good squeeze.
Oh, please,
No.
please stop.
Now we must get Now we must get the other men out of there.
If Graham were
I
there,
heard
he would be
something.
giving you one heck of a reprimand.
I heard something
Bird.
while I was being pulled in. I heard static, like we hear on the radio. Where is he anyway? Is he looking around for our radio guide?
Well, Lyle's dead.
Perhaps we should all go in together and hold on to each other. Rope does not seem to help.
But going in, it nearly took my arm.
Are you sure that was not just the rope?
I turned to look at you. Just like with this deadpan look. Yes, I'm sure it was not the rope. Look, he may have tied my hands, but it was easy to remove. I point at Yas.
Johnson meant the lasso that pulled you out.
Yeah, I know, and I was talking about when this totally in canon, this guy tied my hands together poorly, trying to kill the white man.
Can I take the rest, since the rope doesn't seem to be working, can I take the rest of the rope and give him a slight sling for
No,
his arm?
His arm is fine. It's working fine. It just hurt.
It just hurts.
Just hurt the way you put it back into socket. Oh, now I must ask you four. Are you moving anywhere?
I was gonna check and see if the fog seems to be centered around any of us, or like if Lyle, aka Radio Man, seems to be anywhere noteworthy in relation to the clearing, quote unquote. Like, short question. Any chance Lyle is in the middle of the fog circle?
Lyle is not with you guys.
Okay.
I was going to say, I think the
I
only thing of
lost
note
track.
about Lyle is absent.
For now, yeah.
As much as I hate to say it, I agree with what Yas stated.
That is good.
If science has told me anything, it's to look at the evidence, and the evidence says by staying put, the fog will only overwhelm us one at a time. We should go in and together.
It's a good point. Joey thinks of something. He's gonna take out his flashlight, shine it into the fog, see if it does anything.
Not really.
That's
Oh.
that's actually a good idea, Mason says, pulling out another cigarette and lighting it.
Totally what he wanted to do. Though I will say,
Oh,
Joey, it's getting dark.
okay. Keeping this out as much as it may or may not help. 'Cause it's
I look
Getting
at the
dark.
I look at the two at Chester who laughs, and I say, "What? If I pull on this hard enough, you can see the light through the fog."
No?
and you
I'm
know,
wrong.
maybe
I
they'll
know I'm
know
not wrong. That's the best part about being about being right.
Not wrong.
Not wrong.
Yeah, you know, somebody might smell the cigarette. Might help. Extra sense. So,
I offer a cigarette to everyone else.
I take one.
all right.
Yes,
Shink.
just shakes his head.
I put the pack away. I have another one. It's fine.
Are
Okay.
you volunteering to go ahead of us? Or
No.
shall I lead?
Let's stick together.
Hold on to my shoulder. I shall.
What?
He says, hold on to my shoulder. I will go first.
I will hold on to the shoulders of the old man.
Yep. Hold on to another shoulder.
Do you mind, Sir Johnson?
I do not.
I
This
hold on.
time.
I hold on to his shoulder, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Please don't kill me.
Right.
And as
This
once I
time.
make sure they're all holding on, slowly walk forward
Okay.
to the. And I'll like put a hand up on either shoulder to make sure I'm holding on. Step into the fog.
Since you are in the lead and you are walking in with
Oh.
potentially no fear, you are engulfed by the fog, but you are not pulled by anything. Nothing grabs you. You just walk in and you can still feel the people at your back. And all of you can, you're close enough that you can see each other, at least the outlines of each other. And I assume you just walk. There is no clear direction. It's just white all around you.
I don't like it.
I'm
No,
going.
I don't like it.
Spell suck.
Out of character. Okay, Mr. Wizard, please do your thing.
Okay. Now we are
These
going
all-
to hold on while you're figuring out which spell or whatever you're going to do. We're gonna go back to Baxter.
Okay.
You have decided to sit still.
Well, yeah, I
Um,
guess that's one way to describe it.
You have been, petting Lucy. She has again been scared, anxious is probably more the right word.
Has she gotten better?
Yes and no. She seems not necessarily scared for herself, if that's the right way to put it.
Oh, well, that's okay, because Baxter only cares about Lucy, so he's not really worried about himself. If she's good enough to go now, I mean, let's...
Yeah, she kind of
Baxter...
goes like behind your legs and like kind of pushes at your knee to go.
Yeah, like, Lucy's the one good thing in Baxter's life, so he's like, all right, she's good enough to go. Let's get out of here for her sake. He's like that introvert that is doing stuff so the other introvert doesn't have to do stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
I know
Like
exactly
that.
what you're talking about.
That's what's going on right now.
Dog's
He
like,
is-
oh my god, just go. Stop looking at me.
He is now the strong, brave person for his dog, which is not strong and brave right now.
No.
Okay. So you start walking, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm calling out for people. I'm trying to find, I don't know, because I think everybody's still in a group. Hey, guys. I don't know. Graham's by himself.
Graham, you have decided to stay put. There is no one to hurry you along. You don't have a Lucy at your side. So I'm assuming you stay put?
No. As long as I still have the rope, like, touching, because I don't think I would have let go of it, I want to gather as much of it as I can.
Okay. You do still indeed have the rope, and you realize as you pull more of it, you essentially have the entire rope.
I do wish to actually begin walking carefully to try not to stumble on anything. And keeping the rope firmly held in my hand to leave it trailing behind me so as to give myself some kind of reference as to where I've been.
Okay. That's a lot of rope trailing behind you.
Finally found what I want to cast.
Okay.
Yeah, I will begin moving after I can do that. I would also like to see if I can get a bend down near the ground, see if I can find anything that would indicate a direction.
A direction how? And carry determine.
My first thought was the whole moss grows on the north side, but obviously that's false.
You could try to find a boulder.
It's a rock.
Sorry.
Right.
I believe we were traveling uphill, correct?
Not really. It was mostly flat. There were, actually, roll me, what should I have? If you remember a thing. Bu- 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 Roll is
Roll history.
Education.
oh no, because that's a different thing.
I'm say I will gladly roll an education roll.
No, it's more so it's a memory thing. I'm trying to see.
Retracing your
Oh
tracing
no.
your steps.
But you know what? I'll have you instead roll just an intelligence. Hey.
I do one thing well.
Okay.
I do the brain, and that is it.
Okay. You do remember.
The club.
You do remember the path that you were taking. There were some trees that had fell down before it. And, you know, because that there's also a few stumps around from where the trees fell, essentially. And as you are looking on the ground, you do see the branches with dead leaves on them. You follow that branch to one of the trees that had fallen. So where you are facing now is either in the direction you were going or the direction you came from.
And I'm not aware of which direction it was. It's just one of those two.
Just one of those two.
I will use my make sure I gather the rope again so it's completely straight when I pull it.
Mhm.
Release it, and then pick a direction and walk.
Which direction are you choosing to go?
The one I believe is toward the way we came.
Okay. All right. So you are all now walking. And yes, I believe you said you wanted to try doing some kind
Sense
of
life.
sense life.
Yes. Allows the caster to detect the presence of life in a particular place, an approximate range of the equivalent of an average house. And since we weren't in that big of an area when we all separated,
Mhm.
and figure
Um,
see what all I can do.
How
Take
are
one
you?
magic.
How are you doing this?
He'll take one hand off and reach down into his shirt and pull out a pendant and start whispering into it. And you can just see that it's a, if any of you were in front, you would see a quartz crystal that seemed to be kind of feminine in look. Doesn't look like it actually is something he would normally wear, but he just starts whispering into it and into his language as he casts the spell.
Roll me occult with the purple dice.
What's the difference between the purple and the green dice?
Purple
Um,
is basically advantage, disadvantage.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yes, this spell works perfectly. Absolutely perfectly, as you got an extreme success.
Nice.
And it seems to cover a wider area than it should, in fact. You can, of course, feel the presence of the life of the people that are behind you. They are still definitely there. Several, I'll say several yards in front of you, you feel another presence. Just directly in front of you.
Does it feel like a person or a creature?
A person. And then, just on the edge of where your spell is, kind of more to the right of that one, of that person. No, sorry. Left of that person is another presence. That is
So if I were to walk
a
up
person.
to the first, if I were to walk up to the first, would the other person still be within my range?
Yes, they'd be a little bit closer.
Okay, so I'll just slowly start leading them towards where I can feel the first person life force.
As you're
I'll mutter to them, feel someone ahead. Be wary, but it might be one our companion.
I'll trust you in this situation. This is beyond my field.
Yeah.
Out of character, do your thing, wizard man. High five.
Yeah.
What's
Hey.
it, man?
As you are walking towards this first life force that you have encountered, it also seems to be moving. And it is moving away from you. Not very quickly, kind of at the same pace as you, but it is walking away.
I'll try and pick up the pace a little.
The other presence is actually walking towards you. It is getting closer, but it seems like if you do walk a little too far or a little too fast, they might pass you, or you might pass them. But they are walking towards you. And right now, it is only those two that you feel.
I will keep walking towards the closer one.
Okay. I'm trying to think, what is a faster pace for you?
It's just, I take my strides a little bit.
A little bit faster, longer?
Moving at the same pace, but longer strides means I move further along.
So essentially, I'm pretty sure you're still, even then, slower than both of these things moving. So the one that's closer to you, you again feel it is definitely still moving away from you, and you're slowly starting to lose it. But the one coming towards you is, again, it's still walking at a similar pace to you, but you will catch them if you continue just at this pace.
I will realize I can't catch the other one and go towards the one that's coming towards us.
Okay.
It is coming towards us. I am hoping it is someone.
Come on, be the ghost girl.
Johnson has just reached into his pocket with his hand there and keeps it there for a bit. Continues following.
All right. Ram. As you are continuing along, you start to finally hear something. Before this, it was just the occasional bird, the leaves in the wind. But now you are hearing what sounds like footsteps. A twig, breaking, crunching leaves. And it is coming towards you.
I'm gonna call out. Who's there?
No response.
No response. I'm gonna continue on my path because this is a way that I believe is not here.
Is possibly home, quote unquote. Gotcha. Okay.
Makes sense.
Baxter,
Yes.
as you are continuing along, you also start to hear something. Before, it was just maybe a few birds. The wind in the leaves. But now you hear what possibly sounds like footsteps. Maybe a twig breaking. And it's coming towards you.
From in front of me or behind me?
In front of you.
This is good. Sounds like people. I'm gonna call out. Hey!
No response.
I'm gonna look at Lucy. She'll look the same, pretty much, I'm guessing.
And she still just looks anxious but trusting of you.
Alright, yeah, looks like we're walking forward, because that sounds good. I mean, footsteps are people or something trying to kill me. But either way, we're finding something. Gotta be strong for my dog here.
He needs a hug.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Squidface, you want a hug?
Jesus.
Argle bargle.
Jesus.
Vile Katagan.
I think that means yes.
Right. Back to from Graham's perspective. From Graham's perspective. As said before, you're still walking towards footsteps that seem to be walking towards you as well. And then it seems like there's more than just one. 2, 3, 4 people? Maybe? Until eventually literally bump into each other as you run straight into Yes.
Yeah.
And is behind him
Better hug him.
is Chester, Joey, and Mason. And they all seem to be holding shoulders.
Oh, good, we found
It's
you. Join
you.
the train.
I never thought I'd be happy to see you, but it's you.
Wow.
I am me.
Come, Doctor, join the train.
You're right, you are you.
But that is home.
Rush Hour 3. Who are you? I'm you.
Shh.
I am not surprised by your reaction, Doctor.
Meaning?
He gives you no response.
Did you see Mason sigh?
What happened? Where's... have you not found Baxter yet?
We're looking for him. And we're an exit.
There was one walking away. could not catch up to him.
Well, we should probably try.
What do you mean, probably?
Can I still feel the other life force?
What'd you say, Graham?
But you know very well what I mean.
There's no response to that. Yes, you do feel the other life force, but again, it is still walking away.
These old bones can't move as fast as it is walking.
Do you wish me to carry you, grandfather?
Mind your
Not the
tongue.
same people, but he's your
young
grandfather.
one. We shall just keep walking towards.
He just gets no answer.
I barely heard the question.
So you're not the same people, but he's your grandfather.
It is a term of respect, white man.
Oh,
As I see,
we're taking
should
it there,
that
huh?
be.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry, Sunday.
You're not here, Baxter.
As I see, so should that be.
It is not term of respect referred to you, for you have disrespected this man and me.
Unintentionally so. Anyway, we should catch that other life force.
We should, Doctor.
ooh. Really?
Hey,
Well then let's.
Racial tension is the name of this game.
With the spirit animal.
supposed to be against me, not yourselves. Jesus. Okay.
It'd be a lot easier, man. It would really be a lot easier.
Anyone else have any objections to this? Any
I have no
ideas?
objection to this.
No, I need the spirit man. I don't cast spells.
All I got is a flashlight, knife, and maybe a.
I could pray to Jesus. That's about all I got. I don't think Jesus is gonna save me here.
Never know.
I forget the flicky thing that lights up not matches.
lighter?
Flashlight?
Lighter, yes.
I'm going to try and I'm going to reach in to my duffel bag and pull out what looks to be a animal paw. It looks quite big. Does not look like anything from this area. And you see him take his hand and hold the paw between and just start whispering into it very softly. You can hear words, but you can't really make them out. And I'm going to try and cast Quicken. Make myself be a little bit faster.
You.
Involve me. Get a coat with the purple one.
Purple.
Lucky? Because you got a +1? Alright.
So now I have a +2 to my movement speed, +10 to my dex for one.
I believe with
For 4 rounds. So it's not really all that fast.
with that spell you are pretty much as fast as everyone else now. Essentially.
So everybody else is a 7.
Everyone else is an 8, but you said you were already going a little bit faster. I was kind of going by you already picking up the pace.
Ah,
Yeah. And so with you doing that, then yeah, you are as
You're
fast as everyone
fine.
else. Yes.
He's an old
He's
man.
old. He's very old.
now the old man is moving just as spryly as the rest of you.
Yep.
We must go quickly. I cannot maintain this for long.
All right.
And he takes off,
Move.
holding on. He'll grab the arm of Grant.
He says taking off, but he walks as quickly as you guys do. It's like it's a normal pace for you.
Nice.
Okay. As
When
we're
the
in
one
the
really
train,
short friend says, "Let's go."
as we're in the train, I speak to Mr. Johnson and just say, "What should I call him? Grandfather feels wrong because I'm not of his people or his
You
tribe.
may call him Yas. Is it not the man's name?
It is the man's name, but by his among our people, I gesture towards myself. One earns titles by their deeds. For instance, I have the title of doctor for my deed and study, as well as my knowledge in a certain field of study, that being the medicine of the brain. So I wish to know what title I should call him, if there is one that's appropriate for
You
an
may call
outsider like myself.
you may call him Mister as if everyone else. You may call him Wise One.
Thank you. That's all that I asked for.
Okay.
If you do not want to speak my name, you can also call me Snow. It is what my name means.
Don't believe
No
you
wind.
heard him. He was only trying to talk to Johnson.
I was only trying to talk to Johnson, but
Okay, then you
Okay.
did not
We
hear
are
him.
kind of. All right, I'm sorry. We're kind of conga lined right now.
we are.
They're on either side of my shoulders. Oh, no, you're holding on to Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson's holding on
I
to
thought
you,
you were-
and then I'm holding on to Johnson. I just like,
For some reason, I thought you were on my other shoulder. So
No,
that's
that is
why I thought I
Joey.
could have heard it.
Joey is on your other shoulder.
My bad.
Hey.
Okay. So, and Graham, are you going to join the conga line?
You said he grabbed my arm, so I'm assuming I'm leading now.
No, you're not
No,
leading.
you're walking next to me.
You're not leading.
I guess I'm walking beside. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back over to Baxter.
What's up? What's up? What's up? No, I'm kidding.
Okay. So, as said before, you were walking towards something.
Yep.
The sound of possibly a person. And as you start to get closer, you can tell it is just the one person.
Not a Wendigo. All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway. But
Damn,
as
you
you
figured it out.
keep walking, however, you start to then hear what sounds like a radio.
Same direction as the footsteps.
Same direction as the footsteps.
And radios have been making people disappear.
You just hear, at the moment, just static. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah, there we go.
Wendigo's on the wrong side of the Atlantic, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first it just sounds like static.
I know you're playing that, but I cannot hear
Oh, no.
it because my ear's going.
Tonight.
Let's see. Yep, yeah, pretty much. Well, Lionel had a radio, so maybe it's his radio. Still jives.
That's what you hear, along with the footsteps coming towards you. They are not stopping.
So the footsteps and the noise are coming?
Yes,
Footstep, one person, singular.
one person.
Singular
And
leg.
Lucy is, how's she looking? She looking good? She looking concerned? Really leaning hard on my spirit right now.
She again seems anxious, but is trusting where you're going.
Well, if she doesn't look like she's any worse for wear, we're going to continue going forward. Because, well, got no reason not to. I hear footsteps. The radio might be my partner's radio, and my dog here is not saying no.
Oh,
gotta be strong for the dog.
As you continue forward, eventually, you two run right into them. And it is Lyle. But
Nice.
you do quite literally run into him. But he doesn't seem to respond. Just stops. And is looking down.
So he's acting like the kid from earlier?
A little bit.
So I physically ran into him pretty much. Yeah?
Yes. You have physically ran into each other.
Gonna kind of like, because I'm pretty short, he's kind of tall. I'm gonna get under him and look up at him. Like, hey, dude, what's up? Anything? Hello?
You can tell he's there. Like, he's quote unquote there. But
He's not there.
out of it.
Is this radio on? Because we're about to turn that off.
Yes, the radio is indeed on. You can hear it from his pocket.
Yeah, we're gonna take that out of his pocket and turn it off.
Thank you.
As-
It was kind of boring.
And as you do that, he just kind of finally blinks and then looks at you.
So he's the D class. Got it.
Oh. Thanks for that.
So, welcome back.
Yeah.
You, feeling okay there?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna take his radio and put it in my pocket. Just gonna hide that from you
No,
for
he
now.
takes that back.
Better leave that shit off.
No, it's staying off.
Okay.
Now I know it's here, and I know which direction.
Cool. What about everybody else?
Thought they'd be with you.
I thought they were with you.
Right.
So now what?
I can take you where it is.
Should we wait for everybody else? I feel like whatever it is might be more than 2 people can handle. Actually, you know what? I want to look at Lucy and see if I ask her to like find the other people by sniffing them out, if she can do that. Because I feel like that would be a smart thing to ask.
So you wouldn't ask that?
Wait.
From working, with Lucy for literally over a decade, you know that, she can do that. You would need something of theirs.
Does he still have part of the rope attached to him?
Yes. It seems like he has essentially, all of the rope attached to him, even though you are pretty sure the others would have been attached as well. And you also still have the rope around you. All of it.
The weird case of the mystery multiplying rope. Let's split up, gang. No. So there might be some trace smell on said ropes of them. Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah, because I don't think I took the cigarette from the guy earlier. Which, thinking back on it, might have been a smart idea.
I know.
Yeah, we're gonna go with trying to do that. Get some trace smell off the ropes here.
So, do you kind of give the rope to Lucy, ask her to
Give it a whiff.
find people?
Yeah. Lionel, he was there for the dog thing. He knows I'm holding a rope out to air. This is gonna be great.
Oh yeah, no, he sees you holding rope out to air, but he's just gonna go with it. Because what
Yeah,
else
man.
can he do?
Right? Let's go, Radio Man.
Okay.
So, important question.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of dog is Lucy? Because I imagine like a hound dog.
Wiener Schnitzel.
I've just been imagining a really happy golden retriever.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is Lucy?
Lucy is a mutt. He found Lucy while he was living on the as well. So,
So just like, probably just like a medium-sized, just mutt.
yeah. Think of, you guys seen Futurama?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Fry's dog?
It's Fry's dog without a mustache.
Okay.
Is it that small?
a
Or
little bit.
bigger?
A little bigger.
Okay.
Think of like, if it was healthy, it'd be like probably about 65-ish pounds.
That's not a small dog.
It's
I
a
didn't say it
medium.
was small. I said it was medium.
Yeah,
A
he
little
did
bit
say it was
bigger than
medium.
65 pounds seems a little bit bigger than medium.
No, that's about medium.
It's like
Sorry.
a large.
75 starts to large.
Yeah, sorry. I'm used to dealing with my dogs. I got like a 110-pound Roddy, and my buddy's got a Newfie.
We have like two 12-pound Shih Tzus.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Anyway.
And I just got cats. Too many cats. Cats that
Oh.
love me way too much.
All right.
Uh,
So.
Yeah, sorry. Moving back,
You
passing the rope
Yeah.
off.
see, she
Oh.
okay, hold on.
hello.
Come back.
Hello.
Well,
Hello.
I don't know what's going on with Trent right now.
Yeah, boy.
Back?
I am back.
You here?
Hooray!
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Welcome back.
So.
Like, I literally can't hear anything right now. It's like, that's a you problem.
All right.
Well, you're not
So,
wrong.
Baxter, you hold the rope down to Lucy, and she sniffs at it. It does take her a little bit. She sniffs at each little part, most likely where the knots were. So you know it's like there's that person, that person, that person. She's trying to get possibly the strongest scent that she can.
Mhm.
And then eventually her ears perk up.
Nice.
And she does a little jumpy thing again.
All right. I'm gonna look at Lionel and be like, "Hey, rope didn't really work last time. Now we got 2 ropes, so you should hold on to my shoulder."
If I have to. He does
I
not
mean,
seem
no.
happy about this.
I mean, you don't have to, but that's what I would suggest.
He just puts a hand on your shoulder without another word.
It's like, do I have to? Would you like me to hold your hand?
Nope.
Baxter
Okay.
still being the strong, independent, confident person right now for Lucy.
All right. So, once you are ready, Lucy, she is not going to go forward like she did before, because she also, you assume cannot see, considering she was very close to you, or she's been like very close to you, but she does kind of lead you as best she can. And back
Alright.
to the big group.
Ta-da!
Yes. I believe your
Stop that.
essentially detect life is still going on, right?
Yes.
Okay. The life force that you were seeing walking away from you stopped and is now coming towards you. Just the one
Is
life
it still
force.
just the one life?
Mhm.
Okay.
Just the one. But it is coming towards you.
It is now coming toward. Hopefully, it is another one.
This is the great part about my guy's little quirk thing. He can't tell what's dead and what's alive.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming you still head in the direction of
As it gets,
it.
as I can tell, it's getting really close. I'll slow down, kind of come to a stop, so that way I don't run into it.
Want another collision?
I've got the doctor here. We just need a lawyer now. They hit me, I can sue them.
All right.
It'll be a hate crime.
You are kind of watching.
Hate it that happened to you.
You're kind of watching in the fog. Because that's like all you really can see. You're watching this life force until eventually you kind of come right in front of it and wait, and then eventually, once again, you are ran into. This time by Baxter.
I will put my hand up to stop him from running into me. If I can.
Oh, hey guys. We're so glad to see you.
And next to him,
Were you-
holding his shoulder, is indeed Lyle.
Oh, good. Join the train.
Yas's eyes kind of narrow. Do not sense.
Oh,
Why are you not registering as alive?
Like, what?
I'm very
Oh.
alive.
I will check his pulse.
What? He just kind of like pulls his hand away. Like, what are you doing?
I can sense the life force of all here, but you.
Maybe I'm dead inside. Who knows?
Could be. I know that
Best.
feeling.
Best answer ever.
Revenge.
I'm
return
going to
life
steal
you.
that for something. I don't know when I'll use it, but I'll use it.
Come on now.
Uh,
Hold on, this is going in the quotes section.
Are you actually going to try and check his pulse though?
yes. Yes.
What? Try to take my hand. What do you want? Got a
I'm going to
crush.
check his pulse.
Okay.
And I
And
will
takes his hand out of his pocket.
pull my sleeve back, to look at my watch, and then proceed to check his pulse.
Don't need me a medicine.
I'll be right back.
So the medicine one,
Headset.
the like percentage thing next to it only says 01 and it confuses me.
That's its minimum number if you didn't train it.
Did not train it.
How did I not train it? It's trained.
No. If you don't have it trained, it automatically rolls at 1%.
You do
There
you
we
do
go.
have it trained. For you, that's one of the ones you put one of your numbers in. If you don't have it trained, it would be a 1. Just
Okay.
that's what everyone has to start with. That is a fail. But yeah, he has normal pulse.
He has.
A normal pulse?
Oh,
Do I need to here, let me log out back in because Discord might be doing the thing again. Boop. And boop. Okay. Yes, he just has a normal pulse.
Is it normal? Is anything normal?
I look at the wise man. I look at Mr. Graham, and I just sigh, and I come over and says, "By science's rules, we need to check multiple times to confirm a theory." And I take the and I take his pulse via the neck. Just really quick.
Baxter's gonna
Medicinal.
chime in. Baxter's gonna chime in. I feel
Yeah,
pretty
he's-
normal.
Okay, he's normal.
Yeah, it just feels normal.
According to science, he is normal. Sorry.
Well,
I say to
I mean, normal's a relative term.
But now we must find our way out of it.
Huh,
Oh,
actually, good news. He found a thing.
I know where the signals is.
Hmm. Oh?
I know how to get there. I don't know how to get out, but I know how to get there.
Well,
Oh, that's something.
we're already stuck here. Might as well be stuck there.
Alright.
That sounds
He
terrible.
has a point.
But it has. But it
Main
is a
thing I think I've
destination.
heard you say. Well,
Okay, fair enough.
I have to agree. We were sent here for a reason. Let's accomplish that reason.
So we all on the same page, we all hunky dory.
Not by a
What
long
is this
shot.
hunky dory speak of?
It's don't worry about it.
It's white man speak.
White man.
It's not wrong.
What did you say, Q?
White man used.
White man use.
I don't know.
Too
Anyway,
many words.
There it is.
there we go. Okay.
I mean, it's like
I had to switch earbuds, so now I'm using the left one rather than the right. Being a bitch.
all English is just stolen words from other languages.
Yeah.
The irony of this conversation with that.
I'm just going to
It's what white man does. It steals everything and
Calls it manifest destiny.
there's something I'm going to do though. Because yes, you still, even despite, them taking his pulse and it being fine, he's right in front of you, you still don't feel or see any life force from this man. And it's a bit more than a bit unnerving to you. So, for the first time tonight, could you roll me a sanity check?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Is that everybody or just?
No, just him.
Is Q gonna be your Craig, Laura?
Oh, no, you are fine. It is still unnerving, but you've
I've
heard of
seen some
Stranger
weirder shit.
Things. Yeah,
you've seen some shit.
you've seen Stranger Things. So it's
I've done weirder shit.
You've seen Stranger Things, so you know how to deal with the Demogorgon.
someone's gonna say it. Though, possibly as some kind of punishment, Joey, it's suddenly gotten really dark. And despite you having a flashlight, it doesn't really cut through the fog. Almost like it dampens it. Roll me a sanity check, please.
Okay.
Can I still see the ember on the end of my cigarette?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm fine.
There we go.
It's fine.
There's sanity, green.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep.
Hey. While it is, again, getting dark, your flashlight isn't really working that well, but you can still see the light of Mason's cigarette. You can still feel the people around you. You have people here. You're not alone. Even if it is dark, you're not alone.
I'm actually
in that
surprised
darkness.
you didn't make me roll sanity. Because I'm claustrophobic.
That part I did not remember.
It's on the sheet!
Oh, I know.
Not my
But
fault.
some of these phobias and fears are a little easier to remember than others. Not gonna lie.
Here you go. Now I'm making you remember.
In that case,
There we go. I was like, did I put both those? Okay, I did. Cool.
have reminded me of this. And now that
Doesn't like-
there's more
He doesn't like
people
groups over
around.
10. He's claustrophobic and he's a germaphobe, hence the nice
Yeah.
suit and boots.
Now that there's more people around you, and you've all been forced to be in this tight-knit little circle, quote unquote. Roll me a sanity check. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh no!
No.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm not
You
happy.
were
Hey guys.
you were fine when it was like just 4 of you, even though you did have to kind of stay close. It was fine. But then Daniel was back. Then Baxter's back, along with Lyle.
I'll be right back.
Suddenly, there's all these people surrounding you. You're not doing too well. Too
Oh
many
no, it's fine.
people.
Yas just stepped out.
No, too many people. Too many germs.
Oh, don't like
Um,
that.
Let's see, what is your sanity?
My sanity is 70.
70.
Hey.
Well, it is one of your phobias, but it's not anything too intensely
Mind
not
shattering.
natural. You're only going to lose 5.
Okay, so I take that down to 65.
Ooh.
Right. Ah, whose fucking shit is that? Stop. Stop right now.
Sorry, that might have been me.
Ah, you're suddenly so
is.
loud. Okay.
I take it
Oh.
off my sanity amount, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah.
You should have 65 total right now.
Yeah. So it's a
And
downward spiral.
yeah, and I will remind people that does not go back up. There is no way.
I thought it went up between sessions.
Nope.
Yes, there is.
There is no way for it to go back up.
Big oof.
You've seen some shit.
So if you lose it, you lose it.
Gone.
Gone.
Good news.
As-
I've got a crowbar in my toolkit. and
As we
can
are,
use it.
as we are continuing through the fog.
It's like, where are you going with that?
Nowhere.
As we are continuing through the fog.
Mm-hmm.
Ba-ba-ba-ba, let me get that back. Is it? Here it is. Just flip the radio back on.
God damn it.
There we go. I can hear it again.
Yes. Lyle does flip the radio back on. Of course, y'all can hear it in front of you from his pocket. It's a little quiet, but you can all now hear this signal that you have been sent to find. And Lyle just keeps walking forward with purpose, but making sure that you all are still close enough. He makes sure you still have a hand on his shoulder. But
He's not,
he's not.
as it was
No, he's-
zoinked out of his
Yeah, he's
cord.
not walking like a zombie. He is just walking forward. But it seems like he has to listen to this to see where it is.
Hmm.
But with that, that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're walking towards this signal.
This is the signal.
Sounds like a terrible idea. Okay.
Wait, if there's no way to get sanity back, why am I a mind doctor?
You can get sanity
No.
back with therapy.
No. I know.
Drake has said no.
I know. Probably in the actual rules as written, yes,
Rar.
but no.
Drink wants us dead.
Because I know there's a spell that's supposed to restore some sanity as well. So I will not try and use it though.
I mean, you can try and use it, but don't fail.
Though, after we complete this arc, Drink, I do want to talk to you about learning magic. Though I want to know how I would go about that.
I can
'Cause my
talk
magic-
to you about that after I end the stream, because I would like to do that first.
Okay, go.
Ah,
Everyone say
bye.
goodbye,
Bye.
stream.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
James.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Alright. I'm gonna switch back over to here. Yes. Thank you guys for hanging out. Gonna end with that, with the music going. Music going. There we go. Yes. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out. This is going to be a bi-weekly thing now of me DMing Call of Cthulhu. So hopefully that's again. And we will of course be picking up with this little arc right here. I wasn't expecting the forest to take that long, but it did, and I'm okay with it. I'm expecting this to be in one session, but now it's not, and I'm okay with that, because now I can add more fucked up shit. Yeah. Alright. Goodbye, everybody. Good night. Remember to stay awesome, stay amazing, stay lovely, stay positive. And most importantly, remember you matter. But also, even more importantly than that, Black Lives Matter. Mwah! Good night, everybody!